morning, everyone, and welcome to Musical Moments. My name is Barry Sames, and it's a pleasure to be back, as usual, on Tuesdays. If this is the first time you're checking in, most of you I'm recognizing that I've seen, but if you are new, we're here every Tuesday from 11 to 12 Central Time, and we are bringing you your favorite hymn requests, some of your ones you may not have heard in a while, some of my favorite requests, and we try to bring a special guest on this year to kind of talk a little bit with and do some duets with and give you a little bit of variety this year. So I wanted to just say hello, a quick hello to a couple of people here. We're getting in here. Hello to my sister Jill out in California, my mother in New Jersey. Hello to Lisa Norling. Welcome. She said it's lovely music to listen to. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sharon Gursky here at the office, and we have Kathy Curtis Miller, who's been a new listener, I guess, the last few months from San Diego as well. Craig Trauger from Pennsylvania. Carol Evans from Bryn Mawr area in Pennsylvania. She's working a lot. She said she finally had her schedule cooperated. So we're so glad to have you, Carol, today. And I am going to get your favorite song on, which you know. We'll get that a little later. Also, let me see any other quick shout outs. Marianne Hergert from church here. Britt Larson, Carol Lodel, and Sherry Vogel. Hello, Sherry. She was one of the first ones on today. And don't forget Donna Snyder, Littlefield. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started. Today our theme is it's Pentecost coming up this week, so I'm asking for you to think of some of your favorite spirit songs, something with the word spirit in it, something that has to do with Pentecost, and we'll kind of delve on that theme today. It doesn't have to be all that, but just something we can change up on. Also, we have a special guest today, longtime friend of mine, Mr. Marlon Simon, who you may or may not know. He's actually here helping in a different hat, usually doing sound here for the show every week, but he's quite an accomplished drummer. And we've been friends for, 15 years or more. I can't keep track anymore, but he's going to come out and play some congas, as you see in front of me here, and that will be in a little bit. But let's get started right now. We're going to open up with, like I said, songs from the Spirit. Hello, Margaret Proud as well, and Jerry Keeler. So we'll start with Sharon Gursky, who's got a good one that's a good one right now with everything that's going on. Let there be peace on earth. That's a great prayer. hardly there for a couple of people. That was Oh Lord, What a Morning. Nice, great spiritual. Yeah, we did that a couple of weeks ago. Hello, Katuishia. Great to see you again. So we're talking about spirit songs today. We have Pentecost coming up on Sunday. So we're getting a few in. We're gonna from San Diego. My sister. Every Time I Feel the Spirit. What a fun song and just perfect for Pentecost. Hello to Yvonne Bob checking in as well. So we're going to keep continuing with some spirit songs. I did bring one and I want to take a look at it. It is called Spirit of Gentleness. Having trouble remembering the first beginning. Sometimes I just need the first two notes and I'm good. Thank you. My able producer here, Ephraim, is just in my ear, singing wonderfully today. So. That was Holy Spirit Rains Down. Well, we do that quite a bit here at the church for some praise and worship. And we threw a little bit of Kumbaya in there. That was for Carol Evans, who happened to pop in today. And right now, it is 11:30, and I would love to bring a special guest up of mine right now, Mr. Marlon Simon, who is a fantastic percussionist, drummer, and conga player. He's not a new friend of mine. I've known him for many years, probably at least 15, I would say. We met back when I lived in Pennsylvania. He was in New Jersey. And we've worked quite a bit. I've been able to travel with him a little bit. And welcome, Marlon. How are you today? It's good to see you. I'm glad to see you on this side of the stage today.
I see.
So let's play something first, and
Sure.
then we'll just talk a little bit. What do you feel like doing?
Let's do that spiritual that you were rehearsing with me before.
Okay.
6/8.
The Cantemos al Señor.
Cantemos al Señor.
Okay.
Correct.
Why don't you start it off? This is a Mexican song, by the way, those of you out there. All right, Marlon. So,
Thank you, man.
man, it's just been, like I said, it's been about 15 years, and it's so funny how life works out because we met actually in New Jersey.
In
On a
Jersey,
gig
right.
in near Atlantic City playing a children's show, and we became really good friends.
Correct.
We worked together quite a bit, and you, well, why don't you tell us where you're from? And
Well, originally from Venezuela, from a small town called
Okay.
Punto Fijo. Would you been there?
Yes.
Of course, when you went there with me. And I came to the States in well, first I came in 1979 to study aviation and stayed here for 2 years, then went back to Venezuela. I flew for a couple of years, and then I came back to do music in 1987, went to the new school and graduated on 1991.
In New York, right? The new school in
Yeah,
New
new
York?
school in
Uh-huh.
New York. So I'm basically been here since 1987, continuously in and out, you know.
And we met in like the 90s, right? Like the early
95,
90s,
I think.
something around there.
94, 95, so it's
Yeah.
like 25 years.
Wow, 25, oh my God.
I
Wow.
think so, yeah.
And, you know, I think a lot of people here at the church who are listening have no idea the level of some of the people you've worked with in the Latin jazz scene in New York. Just give us a minute, and I mean, some of the top people in the
Yeah,
world.
well, it took me a while, you know, it takes a while to build your name up in New York. It took me after I graduated, I had to do day jobs for a good 4 years. I'm playing locally with local people. But it was the first guy who gave me a chance was Hilton Ruiz, a piano player that you know of, a virtuoso piano player from New York. And after Hilton opened his doors, I was able to go to Europe a couple of times and work with Jerry Gonzalez and Dave Valentin and Bobby Watson also for a couple of. But it took a lot of work, man. It took hard work and
Yeah.
persistence, you know, to be.
And those who are listening out there, if you don't, some of the names that you're talking about are people that came from either Cuba or a different place and established the whole Latin jazz scene in New York. So
Yeah.
so,
Starting with Hilton.
I felt fortunate to be able to work with you.
Thanks,
because,
appreciate
I
it.
was older, you know, and a lot of
Yeah.
times musicians don't want to bother with older players, but you're a clinician as well as a great performer. So let's play another song. What
Sure.
else do we have? What else do we have?
What was the ballad that we wanted to do?
Oh man,
You asked me about a bolero,
I forgot already. That's
and
too bad.
you were playing it there, but I don't remember the name.
Spirit of the Living God, is that the one?
Well, let's do that one.
Let's do that. That's where we are. Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I think when people see here, they have the fact that you play both congas and drum kit well is something, and it's a whole different energy when I work with
Completely.
you on this, and it's really nice. Your father used to do a lot of that stuff. Tell us just a little about your growing up in Venezuela and music. You have some brothers who are talented as
Yeah.
well, and just briefly.
Well,
yeah.
we grew up in that small town, so we didn't have any music schools or nothing in there. So we learned playing by ear, and most of it was dance music. Edward used to play the piano, and Michael the trumpet, which are my two younger brothers. And mostly dance parties, you know, private parties, but everything by ear. So one of the reasons we left the country was to go to a music school, actually, because we didn't have any music schools in the town that we grew up.
And you studied or at least one of your brothers studied in Cuba for a little bit. Did you all go there?
Yeah,
for a little bit?
Michael. Well, we all went to Cuba a couple of times, you know, to
Okay.
study
They
there.
have a great system there of
Yeah,
education.
the
for those
music
who
is
don't
very
know.
strong. The
Yeah.
music system is very strong. So Michael lived there for 2 years, and then we went a couple of times to take private lessons with different artists over there, you know.
Okay. And the ironic thing is, when you talked about you took your pilots thing brought us back together after
Yeah.
10 years because you went to El Paso for
I went to El Paso
flying.
for a contract flying for 2 years.
We haven't seen each other for 10 years. So.
Correct. At that
Yeah.
point, then you called me, and I was already a little tired of the contract in El Paso, so I felt like I needed a change. And then you started to talk to me about Houston and the
Yeah.
scene and what you were doing here, and
Yeah.
that was one of the main reasons I came here.
I know,
to
it's
Houston.
amazing. Yeah. Who would have guessed? you know?
2019. Yeah.
And so right now, I think obviously with COVID, we've all been in kind of in a holding pattern. So there's not a whole lot of things. But you've been you've been trying to get back over to Europe and things, or?
Yeah, I'm applying for a couple of things. I think it might not happen this year, but I think for sure next year I'm going back to France
Nice.
to do
Okay.
some stuff with a big band.
Wonderful.
And
yeah.
hopefully next year, yeah, things will open up, and we'll see what God brings us, you know.
Yes, yes. And we started doing Vespers. That's the last thing I want to touch. I kind of met
Yes.
you, and when I did the CD Awaiting the Spirit, you
Correct.
you and Doc Gibbs kind of
Correct, Doc
came
Gibbs,
on, and
yeah.
he's living up in
It's in
Oregon
California.
now. Yeah,
It's
he
in
lives
Oregon?
Yeah. So it's funny. It's a small world, and with Facebook and all, we kind of reconnect. So let's play one more song.
Sure.
Let's do something kind of. Why don't you just kick some? Let's do something kind of up, and
Okay.
I'll fall in with something. I have no
Okay.
idea what we're gonna do. you know.
Okay, okay.
nice. Beautiful.
All right.
That was from the record we did in
Yes.
1994.
What's
I
the name of
remember.
that?
My Faith Looks Up to Thee.
Exactly. Yeah.
Doc was on that too, I remember. But wow, it's funny with music how something sticks in your head. I can't remember what I did last week, but you can remember things.
Yeah, we did it fast, right?
Yeah, it's kind of fast. You were playing drums on that.
Yeah.
Well, Marlon, listen.
Okay.
Tell us, we're about out of time, but tell us, locally here, you have something coming up, I think at the end of the month. Tell people where they can see your band.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the 26th at Axelrad.
Axelrod, which is downtown or?
Downtown, 7 to 10. It's a Wednesday.
A Wednesday night, okay.
So things are starting to pick up, so I'll be there with a quintet.
Awesome. Okay, well,
unfortunately, you couldn't do
I
it.
am going to be out of town, yes, but,
So
I know it's going to be a good show.
26th,
So
yeah.
if you're in town here in Katy or Houston, please come out and support live music. It's starting to get better here. So, and it is an outdoor stage, so
Yeah.
you can feel those of you who have all levels of comfort now. But it's a nice place. So check that out. Marlon, thanks again for having.
Thank you for having me.
For coming in. I know you're. I'd love to have you here every week. It's great
Okay.
energy. But
Thank you very
anyway,
much, Bear.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Okay. So we have time for a couple more songs left. Let's see if we had any left. Lorna Jackson, hello to Lorna. I want to say hello, and Carol Schott. And I think everyone else we pretty much gave a shout out to. Let's see if we have one more here that we can do. Something we're in a spirit mode today for Pentecost, and I didn't see anyone else out here to tell us anything, but. Got time for one short one left. If anyone wants to have anything out there. Oh, there's a good one. All right. Got one more last one. Hello to my mother-in-law, Winona. I'm going to sing when the Spirit says sing. Okay, this is a quickie too. So, once again, thanks to Marlon Simon for coming on the show and the usual crew. And I want to sing when the Spirit says sing. Once again, we're so happy to have you on our Pentecost show this week, and it's going to be a great service this week. If you get a chance, come out and worship with us at 10:30 here in Katy, Living Word Church on Mason Road and Westheimer Parkway. We'd love to have you next week. Just please tell people about the show, and next week I will be away, but we will be having the best of musical moments on here, so you will not be missing it. It will be I'll be digging up on the archives of some of the best moments, truly musical moments. So we'll be checking that out. And the following week we have a harmonica player. His name is Glenn Howell, and he is fantastic harmonica player here in Houston. So we'll have him back. Used to play at Lakewood Church. So once again, we are out of time, and welcome, God bless, and see you next week.